This has a lot of new features. It's less of a security upgrade. The 14.8 upgrade was the security upgrade that we all had to do. 15, some pretty cool stuff. What I think they're going for is they're trying to trying to incorporate some of the new developments that COVID has brought to us into their operating system. So right now we are on Zoom, and you can see when we're in Zoom, you know, we have the grid, and everybody's window is the same size, and people have been really getting used to Zoom and using it. So the first thing that I think that the new operating system is focusing on is the new things that FaceTime can do. I think we've probably all tried FaceTime on our phones, but they've changed FaceTime a little bit. So one thing that younger people like to do is they like to watch shows like Ted Lasso, which is great, by the way. It's a great show. And they have these watch parties. So one thing that you can do on FaceTime is a group of friends can get together and they can watch a show together. So this is a screen showing Ted Lasso and one kid watching Ted Lasso. So watching together, you can stream movies together. You can listen to music together. And this is all through FaceTime. And you can share a screen also through FaceTime. And the idea of sharing a screen appealed to me. Imagine that, you know, they're showing a house and the interior of a house. And imagine your adult children were across the country and they wanted to buy a house and they wanted to walk you through it. Well, what they could do is on FaceTime, they could show you these. They could walk you through and have you also watch it with them and talk to them at the same time. So that was a pretty cool application. Then there is FaceTime with a bunch of people. So I don't know, there might be 9 or 10 people on Zoom right now. So right here, this is a FaceTime call, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on this FaceTime. And they have something called spatial audio, which will have your phone give you the sense that if this person is talking, their voice is down over here. If this person is talking, their voice is up here. So that's another feature of FaceTime. Here's that grid view I was talking about. FaceTime didn't have this before. All these people are on this shared FaceTime call. They're in their individual grids. It's very much like Zoom. This is also in FaceTime, and this is portrait mode in FaceTime. You can do this on Zoom too. You can blur the background. So the person that's speaking is the main focus. And also in this is just FaceTime, okay, guys? In FaceTime, there are 3 types of microphones settings that you can use. So if you check voice isolation in FaceTime, it minimizes the background noise, and your voice is more prominent, and it's clear. So if you're in a place where you're surrounded by music or a crowd, the person that you're FaceTiming with will be much easier to understand and hear. Oh, and then you can also schedule and share FaceTime calls with people. Just like Amy sent you a link, she scheduled and this class, and she sent everybody a link to this class. Now you can do that in FaceTime as well. And also FaceTime used to only be available for people with iPhones. Now people with Androids and Windows devices can also FaceTime. They have also changed messages too. And this is pretty cool. Now, what you can do is you can go to your messages and scroll down, and there's this whole area of things that that one person has shared with you. Let me see if I can. There's a new section called Shared with You section in the corresponding app. But here are my messages. Here they are, they're up here. I'm going to tap on messages, and right here is Tom, because I just opened him up. I'm going to click on Tom, and these are my messages. But up here, here's his name, and there's this little arrow here. I'm going to tap right on that little tiny arrow. And this is Tom's contact info. But if I scroll down, you can see that I have shared focus status turned on. And these are all the things that he has shared with me. These are all the photos that he's shared with me. These are articles that he's shared with me. This is even a document that he shared with me. So another thing that I wanted to highlight, there's something called focus. And what they are trying to do, I think, is to reduce distractions that the phone can be. So if you can have various focuses that you turn on and off. They have a focus for driving, and if you click on the focus of driving, I think you have the option of turning your phone so that you will not accept messages, you will not accept phone calls, but that the person contacting you will get a message saying something like, "I'm driving right now, I'll call you later." And you're not even aware of it, but when you stop driving, you get an alert that someone called you or someone sent a message. That's been available previously. This is an example of another focus where you can set the focus for work, where you turn off whatever, and it's completely customizable. So if you have focus turned on and you click on work, certain things will be held back from you while you're working. So this is what it might look like. Do you want to grab some lunch? I can't do lunch. How about dinner? That works for me. See you then. Evan has notification silenced. So these people would get this notification that Evan is working. Let's see, do I have other? And notifications can be scheduled. So I know that some people get annoyed when they get a notification and then a notification that somebody has emailed them, or you've gotten a notification from your bank, or different apps can send you notifications. You can set it up so that all the notifications come at once. And it can come to you, say, at one time in your morning summary or your afternoon summary. So those things can be set up. This is pretty cool. Maps have changed so that in some cities, they have these three-dimensional visions of us. This is San Francisco with the ferry building. But when you're walking through a big city or when you're driving, you get very clear directions of where to go. Now, these are not available in all cities, obviously. In the big cities, they are. But it's pretty amazing. Also, they have transit features telling you bus routes and stuff like that. Here's an example of you're walking through, I don't know what town this is, but it's saying, okay, you want to turn down Davis Street, and that's the way it will look. On your phone, Safari, our web browser, they've moved the address bar down to the bottom. And in Safari, you can also have tabs. So you can group websites together, sort of like putting them in folders. I don't know how you do that yet. We'll have to work on that slowly. We've always been able to use our voice in Safari to search for Safari. Here's Safari on my phone. It's my web browser on my phone. I'm going to click on it. And you'll notice that down here is the address bar. They don't have the address bar up here anymore. So if I click in the address bar, I can delete the address, and I can use the microphone to search for what I want. So I'm going to hold the microphone down and I'm going to search for Nantucket. Nantucket. And then this is what it came up with. Nantucket Beach. Let's go to Nantucket Beach. So I think this is a simple little thing, but I think this is a really cool addition to this operating system. It's something that I'm going to use right away. Apparently in Wallet, which is on your iPhone, you can add your driver's license. And for all of those devices that if you have like a smart house, recently I was in Home Depot, and they have 2 aisles in Home Depot filled with things like light fixtures, door locks, outside lights, heating thermostats, and they're all able to be connected to your phone. Let's see, live text, gosh. All right, here we go. This is just insane. I mean, I am overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed. So there's something live text in photos. This I understand here. So here's a house. It's for sale. This is the realtor's thing saying, I'm Shelley Willems. I'm selling this house. Here's my phone number. Apparently, what you can do is hold up your camera to this sign, and this window will appear, and you tap this and you call Shelley Willems from the sign. Pretty amazing. Let's keep going. Here's another example. Live text in camera. So you have your camera, you're using your camera, and there's this, what do they call these kinds of boards? Sandwich boards? Maybe sandwich boards. So you hold your phone, your camera up to this, and it reads this, and you can copy it, select it, or you can look up. Another thing you can do, which I did this by accident, you can do live text translation. So you're sending a text to somebody, and I have Spanish loaded on my phone already. You have to download the language onto your phone. And so you're texting someone, and in the text box, you click on something and you can translate it immediately. So make a real great way to communicate with someone in a different language. All right, here's another way you can use your camera. You're looking at a field of lavender, you put a, you put the image of the flowers in your camera, and Siri will look up what it is and give you information about it. The Golden Gate Bridge, if you were at the Golden Gate Bridge, if you were looking at a golden retriever, a painting. This is a painting, and it's giving you information about the painting. And Spotlight, we've had something called Spotlight on a computer forever, which is very powerful. The Spotlight on a computer appears in the upper right-hand corner, and it looks like a little search, a little magnifying glass. And if you click on that, you can search for things, and it will find anything on your computer. For example, if I knew I had written a letter to my cousin Susie, dear cousin Susie, what I could do is I could click on this searchlight on the upper right-hand corner and just type in the phrase, dear cousin Susie, and anything on my computer that had that phrase in would appear in a window. They've increased this. They've increased this Spotlight to search for things like performers, people, and places. And it will look for contacts, and it'll look through your photos. I mean, it will search your iPhone for whatever phrase you gave it. And we've kind of seen that when we go into our photos and we type in beaches, and then we see all our photos on beaches, or dogs, and we see all the photos for dogs that we've taken. This has broadened that. And the health app has always been awesome. And when you open up the health app the first time, you may have to enter data into it if you want to use it. But this is showing how much activity you have had in a day, how much movement you've had in a day, how much exercise you've had in a day, and how many hours you've been standing. It also goes into how much sleep you've had. And it says that I slept 8 hours and 5 minutes. I feel like I could have used a little more. Let's just look at this sleep thing. I'm going to go to sleep. It shows me how much sleep I've had in a week. It can show me how much sleep I've had in a month. And I have scheduled my sleep from 10 till 7. So that's my goal, to get to sleep by 10 and to wake up by 7. In the health
Jane,
thing, it just gives me trends of, you know, how I'm moving. Am I moving enough? I mean, it says so far you're walking and running more than you normally do. That's great. I really do like this health a lot.
But that's because you're wearing the watch all the time.
Yeah.
And if you don't have an Apple Watch, you'd have to be holding the phone the whole time.
You'd have to have it in your pocket or something. Yeah, it shows my route that I did today. So it's great. This is great.